On Thursday, October 22nd, following the stock market break earlier that week, the President announced the formation of the Task Force on Market Mechanisms. Its mandate was, in 60 days, to determine what happened and why, and to provide guidance in helping to prevent such a break from occurring again. The task force concludes that the precipitous decline in the stock market was characterized by large sales by a limited number of institutional investors throughout the interrelated system of markets, stocks, futures, and stock options. The massive volume, violent price volatility, and staggering demands on clearing and credit raised the possibility of a full-scale financial system breakdown. The task force also concludes that stocks, stock index futures, and options constitute one market, linked by financial instruments, trading strategies, market participants, and clearing and credit mechanisms. To a large extent, the problems in mid-October can be traced to the failure of these market segments to act as one. Institutional and regulatory structures designed for separate marketplaces were incapable of effectively responding to intermarket pressures. The activities of some market participants, such as portfolio insurers, were driven by the misperception that they were trading in separate, not linked marketplaces. The simple conclusion is that the system grew geometrically with the technological and financial revolution of the 1980s. Many in government, industry, and academia failed to understand fully that these separate marketplaces are in fact one market. Nonetheless, that the market break was intensified by the activities of a few institutions illustrates the vulnerability of a market in which individuals directly own 60% of the equities. The experience underscores the need for immediate action to protect the equity market and financial system from the destructive consequences of violent market breaks. Our understanding of these events leads directly to our recommendations to help prevent a repetition of the events of mid-October and to provide an effective and coordinated response in the face of market disorder. We recommend that one agency should coordinate the few but critical regulatory issues which have an impact across the related market segments and throughout the financial system. Clearing systems should be unified to reduce financial risk. Margins should be made consistent to control speculation and financial leverage. Circuit breaker mechanisms, such as price limits and coordinated trading halts, should be formulated and implemented to protect the market system. Information systems should be established to monitor transactions and conditions in related markets. Analysis of the October episode also gives a clear view of the attributes required of an effective intermarket agency. These are expertise in the interaction of markets, not simply experience in regulating distinct market segments, a broad perspective on the financial system as a whole, both foreign and domestic, independence, and responsiveness. The task force has neither the mandate nor the time to consider the full range of issues necessary to support a definitive recommendation on the choice of the intermarket agency. We are nevertheless aware that the weight of the evidence suggests that the Federal Reserve is well qualified to fill the role of the intermarket agency. End of Section 8. Recording by Patrick McAfee, Merritt Island. End of report of the Presidential Task Force on Market Mechanisms by Nicholas F. Brady.